Hello and welcome back to another Spider-Man 2 video. It's been a while since my last one, but we have waited so long on gameplay of this game, and Insomniac let us hold their beer as we watch the amazing gameplay they gave us. Not just a brief snippet, but a whole mission like they did with the first game during the E3 days. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the whole mission with my thoughts and possibly catching you all up to speed on the little hidden treats you could have missed. Before we get started, leaving a like and subscribing to the channel would be very much appreciated, and you won't miss out on any videos like this in the future. We start off with a soldier in the jungle. He literally has no idea just how screwed he is until it's too late and Kraven kills the poor bub.
I asked for an equal.
Kraven is very disappointed of how his hunts have been, and his team gives him a list of possible prey that would be more suitable. Breaking down the targets here, we have Black Cat, the Prowler, Wraith, who was introduced in the DLC of Spider-Man PS4, Tombstone, both Spider-Man, the Lizard, and Taskmaster. Right off the bat, I was instantly curious why these were the ones that were on the list. Were they the only ones being tracked, or were these on the cut of who would be suitable against Kraven? I personally think it's the first option, maybe the other ones are down in the raft. It then cuts to 6 months later as we see an aircraft flying through New York into Queens. Yes, baby, this was all but confirmed in the past, but we will be able to free roam and explore Queens. It is beautiful. We see Peter's old high school and the house of who I'm assuming is either Dr. Connors or Peter's house that he got from Aunt May. If I had to guess, I would think it's Peter's house just due to that shed. Yes, it is destroyed, but back in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, Peter Parker did spend a good amount of time down in the basement where he would work on his web fluid and all kinds of stuff, and then he'd go out through that little shed. Kraven's gang has no decency to at least knock, and Peter does not like that. He jumps out in full glory, and I love that you see Peter's advanced suit with the symbiote tentacles on his back, and then it decides to cover him all the way. I wasn't expecting such a traditional design of this suit, but I am all for it. I was expecting like a variant of the advanced suit, but no. It's full-on alien symbiote like the comics. It's more refined and modernized. You do see a harder shell plating style in like the chest components and the arms and the face shell. And then you see more of a wet glue-like substance within the neck and the inner workings of the suit. It's amazing, and I'm glad they stuck to the classics, but gave it their own Insomniac flair to it. You see Peter kicking so much ass in this set piece, but it's not his normal fighting. You can tell he's fighting more aggressive and not holding back as much as he would without the black suit. I expected no less with Insomniac to do this. They know the subtle changes between the suits, and I'm glad they will put in the work and detail to do this. I love the symbiote hands grabbing enemies and whipping them around. It's brutal, and when Peter had the goon against the house and continuously kicked him, I shouted at the edge of my seat. I was like, oh my god! And to finish off the fight, Peter says enough of this and grabs 4 goons at once and smashes them to the ground with the symbiote. Just before we continue, we have a new look at the ability wheel, or wheels I should say. It seems with Peter at least, there's an L1 ability wheel and an R1 ability wheel as well. Maybe one is for the black suit in particular and the other is for regular tech, I would assume, but it's hard telling until we have our hands on the controller to try it out for ourselves. Peter listens in on the radio, and the gang found the Lizard inside the Harlem fish market. Peter is too far away and signals our boy, which also confirms we will be able to play as both Peter and Miles in Spider-Man 2. Can I get a whoop whoop? Miles freaking catapults into action on his way to his destination, and what else do we get on top of that? We get the freaking web wings, which we were hinted at in the poster to Across the Spider-Verse. Holy crap, guys, I never thought about how much I would love this until I saw it. I prefer my spider people swinging, but I can't deny how fun this will be. It'll add a lot more personality and flair to your web swinging, and I like that. We do see some rings that show you a sweet spot to give you a speed boost, which I assume will also be what you can look at during time trial minigames, which is pretty cool. You know, you'll have to swing around in some areas, but then glide in others, just to try to get the best time. Miles sneaks inside to take out Kraven's goons. The stealth options are improved as well, where you can do double stealth takedowns, maybe more, we have no idea for sure. We also get a lot more Venom Sting abilities, which is awesome, some of which can take down 3 or 4 goons at once, which is super impressive. Well, maybe not to a superhero, it would just be impressive to them. Miles goes through some dark corridors and Genki, the hacked into robot bird, appears to help. They find a lizard mold and realize that it might be possible that Dr. Connors isn't so much lizard-like anymore, and Peter jumps in with a glorified symbiote superhero entrance. My favorite part about this, right off the bat, Miles is taken aback from this. He can instantly tell something is off, which is going to be an amazing narrative standpoint between the two. There seems to be some tension between the two, and I can't wait to figure out what was going on. The lizard doesn't waste any time with his bigger form though. He does escape and jump into the river, which leads to a huge gang chase. Kraven sends his goons on boats and jet skis to try to catch up to the lizard, and the webheads are trying to keep up with both of them. Connors must play a key role in trying to save Harry Osborn. We knew he was sick from the other two games, and Peter thinks Connors is the only one who can actually save Harry. Looking at the chase, I enjoy how congested the river is with all the cranes and barges. Thank God they're there, or the web swingers would have nothing to grab onto, and their wings can only glide them so far. We see Kraven admiring the lizard in the water, and then an accident occurs and the people on a yacht get into danger. We switch back over to Peter to go after the aircraft that shot the missiles. I love when Peter glides through the train and back out. It was really fast paced and sweet. It just reminds me of those cool little Sam Raimi moves where he goes through like really tight spaces and out. It's awesome. The other two games were very immersive like that, and it shows that this one has even improved upon that. We do hear Peter monologuing to himself in a hateful, menacing tone, and we can already tell the suit's effect on him. We don't know how long before this he's had the suit, but it can't have been that long. This mission was the first time Miles has seen the black suit.
Whoa. Hey man, new threats?
This whole little set piece after Miles saved Peter is so cinematic. Miles trying to get away from the lizard and dodging left and right. The lizard is one of the first few villains that were introduced in the Amazing Spider-Man comic book, and I love how dangerous he is in this game. He's well deserved of it, and I appreciate it. We see Miles save people on a dock while the lizard goes all out in destruction, and the two spider people destroy the aircraft. One of the smaller details I love about this mission is seeing Peter save the guy from getting hit by the crashed craft, and we see Peter taking care of that person, which was not at all. He literally tossed the guy on the ground without a care in the world, and that's not Peter Parker. You see just how careless and cruel Peter can be with the black suit. It makes him far more aggressive and non-empathetic with everyone he's around. Even when he tells Miles that the lizard is his to take down, it scared Miles, it freaked him out. And, for one, Peter Parker knows Dr. Connors. At least, he did in the comics. I don't know his relationship completely in this. Peter wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that to anyone. He wouldn't just aggressively go after someone at full force like that, unless it was his last resort. You know what I mean? But that's the full breakdown of this mission. I think this mission was a masterpiece and only makes me hungry for more. We sadly did not get a release date yet. We only know it comes out this fall, which isn't that far away. That worries me a little, but if I had a theory, this is just a theory, but I feel like they're going to reveal the date once Across the Spider-Verse is out. That way they can show some pre-order exclusives. Maybe we'll get some Across the Spider-Verse outfits or something. Only time will tell with that. Because it's literally, Across the Spider-Verse literally comes out next week. So I have so many questions after seeing this gameplay. How did Peter end up with the black suit? Did he see Harry in the containment tank? Or did the symbiote break out of Norman's secret lab? Peter obviously knows information about Dr. Connors helping Norman with Harry's sickness. So maybe Peter did find the tank or something. Who knows for sure. I also have a strong feeling that Miles is going to play a big role in helping Peter get out of the black suit. I think Pete is going to go too far, and Miles is going to have to whoop some ass. It's sad to see the two friends battle it out, but it will be mandatory to do. What do you all think of this mission? Are you all excited for this game as I am? I truly hope so, because I have a number of videos down the line about this game. Spider-Man is my favorite hero, my favorite character in general, so there's going to be plenty of Spider-Man content coming in the future. Don't worry, horror heads, I'm going to be doing horror content too, but Spider-Man's my boy, and I have to cover Spider-Man. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on videos like this in the future. And until next time, take it easy, bubs.